welcome. We're the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Joe.
And we're here to react to Oshi No Ko, Season 2, Episode 2. Now, gentlemen, we are about to do a lightning round breakdown of the last episode because we do not have a lot of time. So, Gabe, Joe, what happened?
We got like kind of the rundown, their preparations for the 4D? No, 2.5D.
2.5D. It's a Sonic game. It's a modern 3D Sonic game.
It was a gimmick and no one cared about it. Our girl,
he's joking.
Not Kanda. Our other girl, Akane.
He's joking.
Alright, anyways. Anyway, she was like, I want to have a better script for Princess Seiya. And the scriptwriter was like, no, see, we gotta adapt. And then the manga came in and was like, yaha.
We're gonna rewrite all of it.
We're gonna rewrite all of it.
We're changing everything.
Yeah, but we got to see Kanda shine, which is great. She's actually with other competent actors.
Or as friggin' Loveless or whatever the hell the director of Quantumverse Mania? Quantumania? There we go. Quantumania, anime Quantumania. It's all shit. I said, I'm writing this as we go along. That was a direct quote from was it Jeff Loveless? That's his name, director of Quantumverse.
God.
Quantum hernia.
Quantant.
I never even saw it, so I'm just going
so
back your word
bad,
on
bro.
Wait, you never saw Quantum Mania?
Focus.
On the clock.
Focus.
On the
You know,
clock.
you're right.
We're on the clock, gentlemen.
We don't get paid by the video.
I think we're ready to get started, but before we do, please like, comment, and subscribe. And follow us on our social media. So links in the top description, like Twitter and Twitch. That's real. Please go support us on Patreon. You can shout during the video. Boom, right here. Look at all this amazing, super cool, awesome 2.5D actor Patreon supporters. They get access to our Patreon exclusive polls, our Discord, and full-length early reactions. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. This is Oshi No Ko, Season 2, Episode 2 on Ga. On Ga. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that's right. Melt's back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
everybody's
right,
practicing a
Melt.
ton. I hope you're practicing a lot more because we're rewriting this shit.
Yeah.
Oh no. I like how she already knows. She's like,
wow,
yes.
God.
No.
We just go back to the
all
very
the
beginning.
work.
Yeah.
All the work.
What is that? A week? How?
Day of the preliminary meeting. Yep.
Oh.
Aqua's just like, I can't say the same, Melt. I didn't ask you to be here.
What was that pause? Oh, bro.
Man, Melt's kind of getting destroyed out here. All right, I can always respect.
Let's go, Melt.
I can always
He's on
respect
the
self-improvement.
Wait.
The grind.
I can always respect self-improvement.
Yeah.
I'm Aqua Hoshino. I was a baby. I will be playing.
I was a baby, and now
I was a baby,
man.
and I was the man, and I was.
And I will play a man again.
And I will find my mother's killer. I am playing Blade.
I will be playing Toki. Why do you look more like an anime character than us?
Bro, he looks like an ace trainer that
He
you'd
does
find
look
on
like
like
an ace
Route.
trainer.
He looks like an ace trainer you'd find on like Route 12
He
or
looks
something.
like he has a mid-stage pseudo-legend.
Yeah.
I know you guys haven't watched Windbreaker, but he's literally the protagonist from Windbreaker.
Oh, well, then there you go.
Yeah. The daggers.
Ugh.
Holy
Whoa!
accolades.
He doesn't
Oh
have
my
stars in his eyes. He's got a
God.
whole galaxy. You see that crap? If I
God,
were
I'm
Mel,
just
I'd be
fuming.
feeling so inadequate right now.
Oh, yeah.
Fuming.
Yeah.
Kana, I'm on your team. Please stop sounding like you're coping so hard, man. Like, please.
Taking a big old huff of that copium.
Oh my God.
I like you, Melt! It's crazy how much this one episode has done wonders for you. Takes a real man to be able to self-reflect like that.
Alright, Melt, show us what you got.
Keep this up, Melt, and you might be able to hang out with Murata.
What did they say? 50 million in the first year?
Yeah, and she does a weekly.
That's nuts. I mean, it is your thing. You have a little bit of
Here's the recommendation: sell it to Disney. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. We know this already.
It always makes the production seem more legitimate when you have on-site, meetings.
The guy,
with the
person. Oh yeah.
Why stop twice
there?
as long?
Why stop there? Do 3.
I should start doing this. This way I don't have to go twice a day. Yeah, let's go with that. And then next month he comes back and it's just like, I thought it over and it's a piece of shit.
Oh
Can
my
we do it all over again?
Thank you for raking me over the coals.
I am now fired and homeless.
Yeah, what really changed in your head?
Oh my god.
She's like, you.
What the?
Oh man!
Oh!
Damn! Okay, lady. I can get this.
Akane in the corner just going, yes.
Damn.
Yeah,
Like, don't get me wrong. I am 100% in favor of making corrections on writers. I don't think writers are infallible in any sense. But come on, maybe be a little bit more, constructive with the criticism,
Could have been a little better.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Lost in translation.
A game of telephone, that's the episode's title.
It can especially be very difficult when it's like you're trying to adapt something. Say you have like an experienced author and an experienced writer, director, producer, whatever. The producer knows how to make shows. They know how to do adaptations. They understand that it can't be a direct one-to-one. And so things have to be modified.
I mean, just look at what happened with Stephen King and Stanley Kubrick.
Why do there need to be changes?
This is right here one of my favorite parts about the show.
And that's how I came across in the end.
I like a lot about Oshi No Ko, but one of my favorite parts is seeing the behind the scenes on the creative process of so many of these different kinds of mediums. I've seen it! I am unimpressed!
Change it now!
We've already sunk $20 million into this!
That's chump change. That's pocket lint.
Then pay up.
Oh, god damn!
I feel bad.
Don't let him go near any bridges.
I feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, if we were doing a draft, like, man, that is absolutely a critical hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens in Hollywood all the time. Like, you see movies with like 7 freaking writers on them. Not to say that they're all for this exact reason, but
yeah.
Still. Yep.
No, yeah. Wow.
It is. I mean, I absolutely try to credit writers whenever I can, whenever the writing is good.
With how Hollywood is perceived and how movies and TV shows are perceived
Like, I
nowadays.
credit Aaron E. has significantly more with the quality of Avatar: The Last Airbender than I credit the directors. Not to say that they don't deserve credit, even if I dislike their later work tremendously. Man.
Oh, that's the worst.
And the creator was like, nope.
I mean, I love that. He has all the manga just right next to him all the time.
And then you just
able to reference that source material at any instant. I like that stuff.
That's got to be the worst.
Save this man. Somebody get this man. Pick me up.
Come on.
God damn. Ooh. Oh. Man.
Owie.
That thing.
Yes!
Right.
Yes!
Gabe's
Yes!
All right, so Gabe's on the board. Okay, so like...
Alright, Gabe's on the board.
Where's your date, bitches? I don't see it!
No!
Nah. Where did the time go?
That was a short-ass episode. What?
At least it felt like it. I like how this episode was
Dang.
just like, today we'll make you empathetic towards a scriptwriter that you have no idea who the name of is.
I think it's going to show, though, that, like, you know, when we are very harsh on criticizing things, like, we never really, most of the time, we do not know who is writing it or what they went through to write it.
So I have on many accounts said that Michael Waldron, due to his work on Loki and Multiverse of Madness, is the worst writer I've ever seen. And I have shat on both of those works violently. However, and I don't regret that. However, if I was in a room with Michael Waldron, and especially if it was my job to work on Multiverse of Madness 3, I wouldn't be like, Michael.
Wait,
God,
there was a second
There was
one?
the two?
There was the second.
How did we?
No, like a future project. Like, but no, if I was with him, if I was in the room with him working on, because apparently he's supposed to be helping writing, what are the new Avengers movies? I can't remember the titles. Secret
New
Wars,
World
Secret
Order or
Wars.
whatever.
No, that's Captain America. Secret Wars Part 1 and 2. If I was in the room with him, I wouldn't be like, Michael, you're horrible. Give up right now. I would be more like questions like, okay, so in this scene, why does he want to do this? Like,
the first question you need to ask your writers is why? Why did you decide to make this change based off of or compared to the original source material? And then you give them the chance to explain their point of view and why you think it, even though it might not be the same, why it still works.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the dialogue is the same doesn't mean that you're not still able to move the plot along and are still able to get the same point across. Just because
but
different.
then you hit them with like, once they give their wrong explanation, you hit them with the Dr. Phil and be like, "You're wrong. You're ugly. Give me $200.
Kill yourself. Give me $200." Like, no, because like that, if you're in that situation, it's not productive to just be the stick. All right.
But you also got to think, like, okay, sure, we dogged on it and we didn't know what those people went through, but you also got to think how many pairs of eyes went over script, then like
I absolutely guarantee that the production environment on a modern Marvel movie isn't exactly what I would call fantastic. I mean, just look at how many reshoots they have to go through. Like,
marvelous.
Do you think that the production team is like, yes, our 20th reshoot, woohoo? Like, like, no,
the poor camera guys, like, kill me.
Like,
I've had to watch this scene 20 times.
There are people who have made horrible things who have also made great things, and it can be a myriad of reasons why both of those things have occurred. And
Oh god, can you think about on those terrible movies when they've had to do like multiple cuts of terrible scenes and you've
Oh
had
yeah.
to like watch it over and over again.
Like the
Oh,
room, like those room scenes where they explicitly talk about it's like, oh yeah, no, these scenes were very uncomfortable for everybody to shoot. And I can imagine that some of those scenes probably didn't go right the first time or the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth.
well, yeah,
And they
they
just
had to
had to
do a
keep
bunch
doing
of
them over and
shoots
over.
for that because the girl was so uncomfortable with our
Exactly.
man, our one and
but
only
I mean,
Tommy
so
Wiseau.
obviously, I feel really, really bad for the scriptwriter in this scenario. He just
Oh my God,
he
he's
got
still
absolutely
human.
obliterated in front of the entire production team and
just
the
wanna pick me up.
actors. And he put his heart and soul into this. He did his best to accommodate. But of course, just due to the nature, like Joe said, due to the nature of how this was shown to us, like this is also like, if I were the creative process, if I was the creator of this original work, and I was feeling that my work was being bastardized, I would be very passionate about it. Hell, I'm very passionate about work that I didn't create. And so, that feeling that
If you
is
haven't
being-
noticed, we are very passionate about the things that we have not made.
And so again, that game of telephone. But of course, in the mediary processes between them, like that one guy who's like, bro, we can't have this scene. All right, that would be an entirely new set. Like, we have to work around it. But that doesn't get communicated properly.
So now it makes you think how expensive this new one might become, or maybe maybe she's just brilliant and then takes that all into account when adapting a script in like 3 days.
Another reason why I don't my heart doesn't bleed too much for the Marvel project is one of
They're
the
bad.
issues there is, well, ultimately yes, but the when you have a budget of $275 million, the whole idea of like, oh, we can't do this because that would cost more money, and I'm like,
You kidding me?
bro, you've made more than like a shit ton of like countries do. Like that's like
Yeah.
You make up a quarter of the U.S. GDP. What are you talking about? What are you doing here? But no, going off of
of
what
course,
you
a lot of that is
said,
because of budget bloat, and there's a lot of stuff in between that. Still,
but going off of what you said, right, about like, oh, how she was upset that they bastardized this scene, and it's like, oh, that would have costed a whole nother set piece. That goes back to what I said of like, people that have experience or are accomplished with making TV show, anime, manga adaptations, whatever it may be, and they're directors and they work on it, because it's not the same thing. Writing a book or writing a comic is not the same thing as making a TV show.
Mhm.
So producers, directors, they can't look at the creators and the authors and go, no, our way is better because it fits this whole shtick. Authors can't do the same thing. They can't go, oh, but this doesn't fit this because it's not what I wrote.
like
It's two completely different things, and both sides have a hard time understanding that. You can't adapt everything that you want, but you also need to be smart about what you're putting in and what you should keep and what needs to stay the same.
like I don't think Peter Jackson was wrong for cutting Tom Bombadil from the Lord of the Rings.
I don't blame Peter Jackson for cutting out like 3 chapters worth of Lord of the Rings explaining the lore and culture behind Hobbiton and the map of the Shire.
No, but
I'm okay with that.
but
Like
funny enough-
I don't need all that.
But funny enough,
There was enough.
you can have like these kinds of moments of disappointment from the creator of the adaptation themselves. Because I was watching a video on the differences between the theatrical release and the extended cut for the Fellowship of the Ring, comparing the scenes, which scenes were, which scenes, extended scenes benefited the movie greatly, which ones kind of just added a little bit of fluff. And they used commentary from Peter Jackson, where it's like how he would struggle between prioritizing pacing and prioritizing development of characters. Like a lot of Boromir, Boromir's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. And a lot of the development he gets had to be cut due to pacing issues and or pacing extension.
They still did an amazing job, though.
Oh, I agree. But,
my God.
Boromir goes from being a really good character to utterly fantastic thanks to the extended cut. And so he talks about like that balance that you have to reach and how difficult it can be. And so when you have that going from just a change of mediums entirely, like it's really, really rough. Which is why I think it's all the more important to celebrate when these things are done as exceptionally as they are, like with the Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is utterly fantastic.
It's so good, but sorry, Joe, what were you saying?
I just want to say, fun fact: the budget of Marvels,
the
budget of Marvels, is about equivalent to the GDP of Palau and Tuvalu combined.
What?
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Profe. And even in some cases, the author can be wrong. Like the creator of original source material is like,
this is a controversial take, but
sometimes
I do
they
believe
are
in death of
the
the author.
decision that they make is not like, oh, maybe because yes, this character does say this in the book. Maybe that might not go so well on TV and with actors and being said out loud and like in a scene where you can see everything, or they're not always right. So don't
I think Stanley,
have the mindset.
Now, to be fair, I haven't read The Shining, and I heard it's fantastic. But I haven't read it, and Stephen King hates Stanley Kubrick's adaptation. I really like The Shining movie. Like,
Shining's hilarious, by the way.
So I can't comment on its effectiveness as an adaptation in terms of its faithfulness to the source material, but I can comment on just how good it is as a film itself. So there are many such instances. So
for me, my biggest personal experience is I've read every Game of Thrones book, right? And I've watched all of Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I can wholeheartedly say I'm sure there's some scenes from the books that I'm sure George wanted to keep and say like, oh, they should have been in the show. There's a lot of scenes that were in the books that probably shouldn't have been made for TV, and I'm glad weren't on TV, or some lines weren't said in a multitude of contexts and in a multitude of scenarios, not just the potentially more obvious ones. But it's like, you can't just be of the mindset of, oh, the source material is correct, because it's not always going to be correct. Now, I think there might be some medium. There might be some exceptions, like Tolkien, always correct. They should have just made the entire book a movie. They should have just did. Can we get the 20-hour version of the extended? When is that coming out? I want to see that.
You show up to the movie theater for a whole day,
just 24 hours straight.
You have like 4 hours and like intermission.
I'm
4 hours
seated
intermission.
for this. Yes.
I am spending the night
for the next 24 hours.
I don't know. I find it very interesting with the dichotomy of working between writers, producers, and directors, and the origins.
I said it in the reaction. It's one of my favorite parts about this show is going, all right, today our arc is based off of a reality TV show. Let's dig into the stuff that you don't really get to see when it comes to reality TV show. The stuff that is not to do with the reality TV. It is everything that goes with the production of it, the behind the scenes, the everyday man who's working production behind it. Like, how do you set this up? How do you write for this? I'm really, really on board for all that stuff. So just this is I enjoy this show.
It sucks that they're having to have to go through this, and
it's cinema.
Yeah, it sucks that they're having to have to go through this though, and that they are getting the long end of the stick and are like, oh, we got to completely reset. But maybe this might be one of those situations where it's like, in the end, she realizes, oh, maybe, I'm not right 100%. And we can have some leeway.
Be absolutely legendary.
Well,
imagine though the word gets out that the mangaka themselves are like, nah, I'd write it.
It'd be absolutely hilarious.
I'd do better.
If we were heading towards a multiverse of madness level calamity of a script, and so she actually nips us in the bud, and it actually is like a fantastic rework that she makes by herself. All this damn, it's like, oh man, he was actually about to make shit though.
Oh no, that was gonna be ass, bro. Oh my god, whoa. Oh my god!
Imagine
dodged a bullet, dodged a Tokyo.
He just comes back from the grave, and he just sees a shit adaptation. Is like, I'm fixing this.
Yo, this shit's ass. I'm gonna fix it. I'm
Like,
telling you. Listen.
that we don't get like a nice wholesome like man coming together of different
Nah,
viewpoints and ideas.
they
It's
still
like,
hate
man,
each other.
I respect all the work you put into this, and you know what, I can see the vision that you're going for. Let's take that town. We're gonna put it to where I see the vision of this, and it's like, nah, dude, this was garbage. Oh my god,
This
this was
sucked.
It's
horrible. Bro.
like,
What were you
like the
doing?
biggest piece of shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
This is bad.
you
Like,
spent 50 hours of your straight of your life working on garbage, bro. Like, might as well just like, it would have been easier just lit this on fire. We got the same result. Like,
At least it would have served a purpose. It could keep you warm. Instead of gonna see the light of day.
Man. So, any other comments, gentlemen? I do have to actually.
no, this was kind of didn't get a whole lot. It was kind of just a behind the scenes of how TV show adaptations work.
It
basically.
was cool seeing them all like going to the set first and foremost.
Yeah.
And
Good for Melt, by the way.
yeah.
Good,
Oh, dude,
good on you, Melt.
I am now
I'm proud of you. Keep up the grind,
yeah,
baby.
I'm happy to see Melt. You know,
One day you'll be a side character.
like, it reminds me of
Keep at
Tanga
it,
from Mob
buckaroo.
Psycho, Joe. It's a very different situation, but I was just like, oh, Tanga, he's a bully, whatever. But I was like, okay. When he showed that he was like, no, I have a principle and I stick to it. I'm like, okay. And then when he went up to Mob and like apologized or thanked him for what happened, I was like, damn, it's crazy how fast I can like a character when all they do is just like apologize or like are grateful for something that they they didn't have to
It's
go out
been
of
a
their way
bit
to
since
do.
I watched Mob. Who's Tanga?
Tanga
again?
is the bully, the thug character who's like,
Oh, the spiral,
yeah,
like
yeah, who has
the bracelet. Oh, that gets dogged on.
and he's the one who
I haven't seen
Right, no,
who's
he's
like,
great.
White tea poison is what he calls Mob. It's like, he's like
White
he's
tea
the big boss of the Salt Middle School.
I haven't seen.
He
Mob.
joins the bodily
The only
improvement
one who
club.
hasn't seen Mob.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who hasn't seen Mob.
Yeah,
I don't know who he is.
you're the only one who doesn't watch
I haven't seen it.
shit, bro.
I don't watch anime that much. I just kind of watch whatever they tell me to, but also at the same time, I don't watch anything that they.
All right. It was also really fun seeing Kana's jealousy, and Akane's like, bro, don't you disrespect my craft like that. Like,
Points for me, by the way.
yeah,
We're
show
going
the
on
board.
8, baby.
Show the board.
Come on.
Show the
Come
board.
on. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking.
And of
Come
course,
on.
this is just a very pretty show. Like, it's just I like the animation.
Their eyes are very.
They're
pretty.
like, hey, do you like drawing eyes?
You like drawing eyes.
Dude, did you notice that Homeboy, the lead, he doesn't have stars in his eyes. He's got like whole galaxies in there, man. He's got the marble from Men in Black lodged in there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nah, I think we covered everything.
All right, then I think that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. We've been the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Joe.
And this was Oshi No Ko Season 2, Episode 2. Thank you for watching. If you're interested for the full-length reaction, you can go support us on Patreon, and you'll also get access to our Discord. So, if you want to talk to us about anime, go do that. Have a good one. Bye-bye.